I'm Ken Wiatrek, and this is the installation I made for Cardoza Gallery. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. This is the diamond prophet. 2 billion years ago, the diamond prophets solved evolution, and they put evolution together in a single cell. They understand that evolution exists as the same way, starting with this particular cell everywhere it goes. So they seeded the universe with these single cells, and one of them happened to hit Earth 1 billion years ago, and the conditions were right on Earth for this particular cell to flourish. And with this cell, that they know that evolution occurs from plants ruling the world, to lizards ruling the world, to apes ruling the world, to insects ruling the world. And because they know exactly how evolution works, they know exactly how human nature works, and how insect nature works, and how dinosaur nature works, etc. And so by seeding the planets for this, what they're trying to do is they're trying to terraform planets for them to get to later on. So they understand that it's going to take them a really long time to get to these places, but they hope that by the time they get there, that the world is right for them. And the way they do this, the way they know if this planet is right, they use this math. And this math that I've got drawn on the walls, what it does is it controls these other characters, which are a part of the story, called the legendary perpetrators. The legendary perpetrators, what they do is they cruise around the universe looking for when planets are being run by apes, when the evolutionary process has reached ape stage. And I'll get to that in a second. First, I'm going to explain this math. This math is a very simple binary sequence. And the reason being is because it's the easiest way to get to replicative places. So what this is 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. The math equation here is very simple. It's 2 to the power of x. And that gives you this sort of way of how it grows. Now I've chosen this because this is also how computer things grow as well. Like, so when you get RAM, you're getting like, 256 or whatever. And this is like a stacking thing that they can do as well. So back to this. What this does is this math formula gives you the ability to solve this math formula. Now this is more straight binary, what we think of as digital. So this is either on or off. So what I've done here is to create a relationship between the two is I've kept the numerical relationships being the same. So 1, 2, 4, and 8 spread across these things. So this gives you the ability to understand that this is both singular, expansive, and then can also be redactive, which is what these paintings are. And if you're trying to solve the puzzle, this is how you can solve it. You can use, this is the single one, here's this part, and then here's how this goes. And the way that these work is that these go into themselves. So they can either be 1, which is 1 circle with 1 panel, 2 circles with 1 panel inside of each one of them, 4 with 1 circle inside of each one of those things, or 8, where you've got 2 panels inside of 1 circle. So that gives you the 8. And then this one has 4 panels inside of it, 16, 32, 64, and 128. So this gives you the way to solve it if you take these things and you look at them from this whole part. Now, yes, these are partly aesthetic, but this is also a part of a way for you to understand this. And this math, the perpetrators use to understand where it is after they've found a planet, and they infect the planet then with this, what I call the technovirus. The technovirus is this sort of creepy robotic thing that sort of goes through a planet like Earth, and it affects the people of Earth, and it turns them into consumers. Now, consumers are essentially the same person, same thing, but we all have our own individual styles. So that's what this is about. This is about giving you, these fake ideas of choices, so to express your own physical style through the idea of consumerism. And what I do to make these things is with the technovirus, this is essentially a series of drawings that fit together like a big puzzle, so I can build them and draw them. And this is because I'm interested in the ideas of reproduction and replication, which is sort of like what I think of the diamond prophets and these like ancient god figures, and this idea of evolution and creationism, and how that all kind of ties together. And I think that the idea of replication and reproduction is a very interesting concept whenever you put it into the idea of when you try to correlate it to evolution and creationism and what that means. So these are reproduced and put onto walls, and then I draw them directly onto the walls, and sometimes I actually make three-dimensional elements that are wires that fit into them. Yeah, so yeah, that's it.